We associate ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, and space technology to satellites and rockets. ISRO over the years has made remarkable achievements in successful launching of many satellites such as INSAT, INSAT, Cartosat. We are very proud of all these achievements of ISRO. For example, for the first time in the world, recently ISRO launched 100 satellites simultaneously. The missions include Chandrayaan, the moon mission, Mangalyaan, Gaganauts sending man into space, and from this space these satellites monitor the weather, earth, provide valuable information. They help in telecommunication, broadcasting and weather forecasting. This technology and the vast information gathered find a large number of applications in all walks of life. Many of them are very important societal applications. We often do not appreciate the scope and scale of these applications, from remote sensing to agriculture and from educational needs to telemedicine. Today, we are going to look at one particular application of satellites and remote sensing technology called as Potential Fishing Zone Advisories or PFZ advisories. Every day, the traditional fisherman uses small boats and goes into the sea at very early hours, often spend hours in trying to catch fish. A lot of time, efforts and resources are invested every day by a large number of fishermen in search of fish catch in rough weathers in all seasons, and often this is a very difficult and daunting task for them. The fishermen have to risk lives, face hardship, and they have to work for hours in trying to locate and catching fish, which is always a very challenging task. Imagine if the fisherman can find out before he sets out whether there will be rain or sun today and which locations where the likelihood of finding good fish catch is more. Do you know that for more than a decade, guidelines and information about where the fisherman should go so as to get the fish catch are being given, and these are called as potential fishing zone advisories. They advise the fisherman about where he should go to catch the fish. A large number of fishermen living along our coastline depend on fishing for their life, for their livelihood. INCOIS, Indian National Center for Ocean Information Services, an institute of Ministry of Earth Sciences, issues advisories in form of LED boards, electronic display boards at various locations and fish landing locations, and they also provide advisories, information via telephone, radio, news, mobile services, walkie-talkies, etc. Every day, forecasts are made available to the fishermen about the weather, about which is the best location today in their area to catch fish, and this is done in native languages, in their own languages and across entire coastline. Such information is intended to help the fishermen in locating the fishing zones, the areas where they can go and do the fishing. Let us listen to Dr. Ranjan Kelkar.
In fact, with the satellite technology that we have inducted into our forecasting system and the efficient disaster management system that are now in place in our country, the loss of life has become near zero. This is a considerable achievement of space technology in the common life of Indian citizens. In ancient times, when meteorologists were observing the weather, they had to send the observed data from one place to another, from one country to another, to plot them and analyze them. This would sometimes take several hours. Now with the INSAT picture, you get everything at a glance. So it is much easier than before to find out what is the condition of the weather in different parts of the world, particularly in and around India. Climate change is nowadays very much in the news, but because the satellite data is much shorter, than the ancient historical records. We still have to wait before satellite data can be used as the norm for climate change studies. Of course, one of the advantages of satellite data is that they give data over the oceans. Large part of the earth are covered by the sea and there are no observatories there. So much of the climate change data and the global warming graphs that we see today are based on land observations. This is where satellites are important. The future of space technology is indeed extremely bright, and the more space inputs that we get for meteorology, the better our forecasts are going to be. At the same time, people's expectations have been rising all the time. Once we gave forecast for the entire country, people want for their state, then they want forecast for their district, then their taluks, then their blocks. There are farmers who want specific forecast even for their own fields. We can do all that with the help of space technology, because space technology is now becoming more and more sensitive to the observations of small areas. This is something that we can definitely think about seriously for the future needs of our countrymen.
A fisherman spends many hours on the average scouting for fish, looking for fish catch. The life of a fisherman is very difficult because he has to often face difficult, unpredictable weather, turbulence in the ocean, rains, and sometimes has to spend hours when no fish is caught, that is, the non productive time. This results in waste of time, energy, and efforts. INCOIS, an institute of the Ministry of Earth Sciences from Hyderabad, has established potential fishing zone advisories. They are called as PFZ advisories. Department of Space, Ministry of Earth Science, Indian Council of Agricultural Research and Fishery Institutes along with state governments have worked for achieving this. A lot of basic and advanced work has gone into establishing this process of issuing the potential fishing zone advisories. It uses and analyzes satellite data and images based on remote sensing, geoinformatics, geospatial information and GIS technology. This involves sensing the presence of chlorophyll in ocean, monitoring the ocean color, the sea surface temperature, the wave patterns, and basically predicting where the food will be available for the fish schools, where there will be optimum number of fish in the ocean. Every day, advisories about potential fishing zones are released by INCOIS, which provide guidelines to the fishermen about locations where they will find the fish catch. The fishing zone advisory is disseminated with an idea to increase the fish catch, to increase the net, to save fuel and reduce the difficulties of the fishermen on the sea. Mr. Pramod Kare, former director, Space Application Center, Ahmedabad, will provide us a brief background about the systematic and enormous work related to satellites and space technology.
The reception of the signals from the NOAA satellites was taken up very seriously at our remote sensing agency NRSA, as well as at the Space Application Center in Ahmedabad. Once this particular information was developed in 1988-1989 time period, then it was definitely possible for us to try out many more new areas as to where we can actually find such information and provide it to the fishermen. The initial experiments which were carried out indicated that it is possible to reach to the fishermen through the cooperatives of the fishermen which were there in the coastal area, and with these particular fishermen's cooperatives, ISRO was constantly in touch, and also ISRO was providing this information to All India Radio, and All India Radio started broadcasting this particular information such that the fishermen could get it. And since the information had to reach to the fishermen, it had to be done in their own languages. That means we had to adopt in the local area, the information which is going out should be in their own languages. and this has definitely helped our fishermen. ISRO's contribution in this is extensive, particularly because both the Space Application Center and the NRSA developed this particular technique in the initial period as an experimental technique, but then later on it has now been made fully operational system.
The satellite technology finds applications in many areas which can significantly influence and change our day-to-day lives. Today, we will discuss about one such technology. We will not go into technical details, but I must mention here that a lot of work has been carried out to establish and validate the PFZs, that is the Potential Fishing Zone Advisories, and every attempt is made to make it more accurate and useful. State governments, local organizations, university departments, non-governmental organizations, associations of fishermen at the local level, all of them have been involved in this process and they participate actively. The marine catch in India is in million tons. This is a source of livelihood for fishermen and their families, and also it is a rich and nutritious food. Today, many fishermen across our coastline are using these potential fishing zone advisories which help and guide them. The technical information is vast, but after extensive analysis, it is provided in a very simple, user-friendly manner as navigational charts and images. PFZ advisories are provided as maps and charts and also as text data with reference to location of fishing areas, weather, warning alerts for storms and also rough weather. They are given in native languages, Kannada, Gujarati, Tamil, Telugu, 14 languages in addition to Hindi and English, and they are given in sectors across the coastline, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Orissa, West Bengal, Lakshadweep, even Andaman and Nicobar. In fact, a total of 586 landing centers get these advisories every single day. Potential fishing zone advisories have been found to be very reliable and provide short-term forecasts on fish aggregation zones in open sea. Initially, these advisories used to be given 3 times a week, but now there is daily forecast. As already mentioned, this is made available to different fish landing centers and boat owners. There are many advantages of PFZ advisories. One, they help the fishermen to locate areas where fish are likely to be present or congregate. This definitely saves fuel, it saves time, and of course, the hardship to the fishermen. Studies have shown that there is up to 70% reduction in the time spent in fishing. Fishing institutes and fisheries have also contributed significantly to these processes. It is interesting to note INCOIS has been offering ISO 9001-2008 certified PFZ advisories daily. Ocean state forecast and tsunami warning systems are also in place. Interestingly, there are also specific advisories which are being developed and given, for example, for a particular fish, say like tuna. There is increasing attempt to develop ways and means to reach out to a larger number of fishermen by providing them training, creating awareness, and also informing them about the availability of type and quantity of fish. And also there is a lot of work being done towards specific fish populations. India's regional satellite system NAVIC can offer information about actual location of the fishermen in the ocean. And do you know that it can inform them about international borders, weather, etc. The blue economy, which is dependent on our oceans and coastal areas, will benefit from future developments and the outreach program in helping the fishermen, training them and getting feedback from them with the help of state governments and local NGOs. India has 7,500 kilometers of coastline and more than 7 million living along this coast. PFSET is used by more than 4 lakh users. It has been observed and noted that the catch in PFSET is substantially higher. We can see how advances in satellite technology, geoinformatics had changed lives of people. The satellite and remote sensing technology has many applications in various aspects which touch our daily life. These include pollution monitoring, agriculture, soil quality, telemedicine, education and many aspects. As you have seen, space technology, in addition to satellites, rockets, defense and surveillance, has many applications in our day-to-day life and had changed our lives for better.